Now, what else do millionaires on Main Street do? Well, they avoid this thing called lifestyle inflation. Most people you see, when they earn more, they spend more. They upgrade their car. They move into a bigger house. They take another vacation. And suddenly, their new income just disappears as fast as before. They make more money and they spend more and they have no more left. However, the millionaire next door, they don't do that. They live below their means. And I think this is funny. What does means mean? Well, means how much you make. So live below what you make, period. These millionaires, they increase their investments before their lifestyle. They drive reliable cars, they own homes they can afford, and they focus on the long-term impact of investing for their financial growth. In fact, a study by Thomas Stanley in the book, The Millionaire Next Door, found that the average millionaire doesn't live in a mansion or even drive a luxury car. Instead, 64% have never even bought a brand new car. And most millionaires next door live in modest homes and even had a mortgage until over time they paid it off. These millionaires next door build generational wealth by making intentional choices. All right, next up is the power of small but smart decisions. So you might be thinking, do I have enough money to start building wealth? Well, the real question is, am I making the right moves with what I have? And you can ask yourself the following. Am I saving a percentage of my income, no matter how small that income may be? Am I investing for long-term growth so I can absolutely benefit from the power of compounding? And do I spend more on liabilities or on assets? Assets are investments, things that have value. Liabilities are debt, things with no value that you actually have to pay back for over time. All right, well, next up is what we call the 10-year test. What are you building? As we begin to wrap up the show, here's a great, quick question for you. If you keep handling money the way you are today, where will you be in 10 years? Are you on track for a solid savings and investment portfolio? Do you have a financial cushion that lets you live stress-free? Or how about a future where work is optional, not mandatory? Or how about the other way? Are you stuck in a cycle of paycheck to paycheck survival? Are you working hard but never really getting ahead? And are you financing your current lifestyle at the cost of your future self? Well, the truth is, the decisions you make today absolutely shape the wealth you have tomorrow. We can say it another way. Start seeing your financial choices as seeds you plant in your garden. What you plant today through saving, investing, and making smart money decisions will likely be what can grow into the financial freedom you want. As you may have heard, the small acorn, when given water, oxygen, sunlight, and time, will grow into the big oak tree. Now, once you've saved, invested, and compounded your way to a solid investment portfolio of $1 million plus in liquid assets, you're ready for cash flow status. So instead of letting your money just grow and having to deal with market moves, volatility, and the inevitable and unpredictable market declines and investment downturns, you can and you should de-risk some of your investments and begin to strategically move some of your liquid assets into cash flowing assets. And this is where you might want to consider a rental property, maybe a franchise, or even bonds or private credit investments. As I always say, every situation and every investor is different. So seek out a professional to help you assess and help you invest for your specific situation. And if you do the research, put in the time and effort, you can now potentially have an income stream that is separate from and above your 9 to 5 earned income. And yes, the average millionaire has 7, I said it earlier, 7 streams of income. And at Great Lakes Wealth and the What Do We Do podcast, we always say, who wants to be average? So let's get to 7 and then stack it to 10, or even what we call the perfect 11 streams of cash flow millionaire income. Well, I hope what you've seen and heard so far has made some sense, or maybe even dollars and cents. But I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, Dewey, but how do I get there? Well, here's what Dewey do. The journey isn't about one big thing. It's about a million little things. I want to give you 3 actionable ideas to consider over the next 90 days. And we'll call this your action plan. This should help you stay encouraged and focused on the journey. Okay, here we go. Number 1, mindset and education. Read at least 1 book a month on personal finance, biographies of successful investors, or business. Listen to podcasts, and audiobooks during your commute. Take an online course to learn a new skill. And maybe even challenge a limiting belief you have about money. Number 2, habits and discipline. Automate your savings and investments. Track every dollar you spend for 3 months. That's 90 days. Cook at home more often. Say no to things that don't align with your financial goals. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Exercise regularly. Yes, of course, health is wealth. Number 3, income and investment. Why don't you negotiate a raise at your job? Start a side hustle. Maybe invest in yourself by learning a new skill. Or maybe research 1 new investment opportunity each week. And along the way, make sure to rebalance your portfolio every 90 days. So here's the bottom line. There's more than 1 type of millionaire. And in fact, I've categorized them into 4 types of millionaire status. And as I said at the top of the show, I suspect you might even be a virtual millionaire right now. But regardless, the smartest money move is to know which type you are today, and more importantly, which type you want to be tomorrow. All right, let's go. Segment 1. Can money buy happiness or not? The short answer, yes. Yes, it can, but only to a point. And then the more money you have actually can reduce your happiness. And it's pretty simple to understand how. In general, middle income people are typically happier than lower income people. And upper income people are typically happier than middle income people and lower income people. Make sense? Sure, of course it does. But at some point, it can turn into that old phrase, more money, more problems. Said another way, money buys relief and it buys you options. It does reduce stress when it covers the basics and gives you the freedom of choice. Beyond a certain point of stability, though, buying more doesn't automatically make you happier. Some would call this the law of diminishing return. What that means is, after you reach a certain amount of money, then it's not really about the money at all. It's about what you do with it. But even then, at some point, the gratification or happiness doesn't give you the same level of joy that a prior amount of your purchases did. This means money can actually begin to buy less happiness than it did prior for you. But I'm skipping ahead. Let's get into the areas where money does buy happiness and the areas that it doesn't. Okay, segment 2. What money reliably buys that improves your life. Here are the categories that almost always buy happiness. Let's start with time. Time is our most valuable asset. Number 2, experiences. Have you heard of experiences over things? Number 3, health. Health is wealth. Number 4, charity. If you are truly giving back because you can afford it and you're not asking for anything in return, then giving back absolutely creates the most happiness for you. And number 5, margin. Money and having your money in a bank is buying savings, and having this basic emergency fund or other funds is the situation of happiness because it creates lower anxiety and stress and opportunity. So there you have it. 5 easy places that you can spend your money and you'll feel good all of the time.
Opinions expressed in this program are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or any specific security. It's only intended to provide education about the financial industry. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. Any past performance discussed during this program is no guarantee of future results. Any indices referenced for comparison are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. As always, please remember investing involves risks and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional.